see ourselves as whole. And so this is an opportunity for us to kind of reflect at the end of the day and bring in some pieces. And there's two different pieces that I want to just start with, and then I have some notes for the day that to inform this 12 minutes or less. The first being conscious evolution on the planet, and where we've been as a species in our young adolescence is in a consciousness of separation. We've been in a place of separation, and in that, competition and consumption. So from a brief piece of what we heard from Paul and Damon, this is the result of where we're at as a young species, believing that we're separate. But now we know we are not separate. There's no separation. We are a one, unified, undivided, indivisible, interdependent, interconnected, one living system, one whole. So we're going to talk about that and what that looks like on the planet. And when I bring in the idea of a superorganism, people go, oh, I get it. When you think of superorganisms on the planet, they talked about the aspen trees and how one tree can feed the other tree and water and nurse and take care of it. We have fungi. We have many of the insects. There's a lot of different There's a lot of different species that we call superorganisms, but we don't think of ourselves as a superorganism. We don't think of our planet as one interconnected planetary body. So what's emerging and what's emergent within the unified whole of World Unity Week? Let's deepen into the mystery and the magic of coming together in a coherent, unified global community to embody unity and wholeness. During these 4 days, I'm sharing 12 universal traits or principles of superorganisms, and hopefully we'll demonstrate how we are already one. I said that on a call earlier last week, and somebody goes, oh, I thought we were creating this unified whole, this new social body. We already are it.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll see that we are already one unified social body within one unified planetary body within one unified cosmic body. So here we go. 3 of the principles for today. These are just 3. So if you tune in tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, we're going to go over 3 other principles or traits of superorganisms. So number 1, superorganisms embody and express inherent unity. For us as a species, for us as the human race, that's expressed as a unified whole world view. And here's some examples of how that's emerging throughout the day and the last 3 days during World Unity Week. We have all agreed to come together under the auspices of World Unity Week with the theme, let's do something. Thanks, Paul, for that encouragement. Let's do something. We're doing something. We all moved into action, whether organizing events or participating and showing up like right here, right now. We're seeing unity woven through myriad expressions from world peace to the world waters. We've had sessions focused on our individual, collective, and planetary health, sessions focused on justice, peace, and expanding into the cosmic gateway. We've had music and ceremony. We're taking a deep dive into conscious conversations that really matter, just like the last hour. Unity is expressing itself in all aspects of life, session after session after session in World Unity Week. Our inherent unity is shining through. We're talking about how to transform every aspect of our lives. You just heard about vegan world, vegan, one more way. We are talking about how to transform and unity and wholeness in education, food production, healing, energy, climate, and so much more. World Unity Week is embodying and expressing our inherent unity and a whole worldview. Principle number 1. Now, principle number 2. Superorganisms practice distributed leadership. For us, that's developing proficiencies in our distributed and decentralized leadership models. Look at what we've done. Look at what Ben Bowler has done and the whole team with the help of an inspired, creative vision for one world, which you've all clicked on to get here, I imagine. The platform emerged for a completely online global event. We are communicating, sending, receiving, transmitting all around our beautiful planet right now. John Raymer, Becky Suzik, Ingrid, Rhiannon, and so many others have laid the foundation and the technology infrastructure. They're working in a distributed leadership model and mentoring this for all of us to do the same. So it doesn't stop there. Through distributed leadership, individuals and organizations around the world have responded to the call and stepped into their own distributed leadership models, calling on others, organizing hosts, technology, topics, speakers, music. Over 30 rooms are working in a distributed leadership model. Hundreds of presenters are working in a distributed leadership model. And hundreds of volunteers around the planet have stepped up in their own distributed leadership way and have created what you are experiencing right here, right now. We are creating distributed leadership in a brand new way, and we're practicing this in real time. We're not afraid to step up, to make mistakes, to try new things, and to course correct when we need to. We are bringing a distributed, decentralized leadership model to life right here, right now, in World Unity Week. And third, finally, superorganisms serve a shared evolutionary purpose. For us, that's expressed as whole systems transformation into whole systems health for life and for the future. We're creating cooperative communities that care for all life and future generations. This is also all over One World, all over the One World map, all over that Trello board in the different sessions, from water source to Gaia's well. We're having conversations from policymaking to a world water law to teaching new life skills. We're focused on individual, collective, and planetary health as our one unified priority this week. Listen to a few of these titles from today. What do relationships between trees, fungi, and water teach us? Plant-based lifestyle. Why, how, and why not? Transforming COVID. Our imperative awakening to thrivability this century. Sounds like Paul's book coming out. And we just listened to Regeneration, ending the climate crisis in one generation. Isn't that exciting? We are doing this. We're bringing this to life in so many sessions, in so many ways. We're focusing in on this shared evolutionary purpose. Superorganisms have a shared evolutionary purpose for their species and for future generations. And here we are, focused on unity, peace, and whole systems health for all life, for future generations. So there you have it. I talked really fast. I could have slowed down and we would have taken at least 12 minutes, but I promised 12 minutes or less. These are the 3 living principles of superorganisms, just 3 out of the 12 that I'm going to share this week. I'm going to repeat them one more time for you. Superorganisms embody and express inherent unity. For us, that's expressed as a unified whole world view. Superorganisms practice distributed leadership. And for us, that's developing this proficiency in distributed and decentralized leadership models. We're doing it. We're being it right here, right now. and superorganisms serve a shared evolutionary purpose. For that, it's us expressing ourselves as a whole system, moving into whole systems health for all life and future generations. Elizabeth Sahtouris, evolution and biologist, says that this next stage of our evolutionary process as a young adult species is about creating cooperative communities that care for all life and future generations. This is who we be right here, right now, and it's so exciting. So I'm really grateful that we talked a lot at the beginning of this session with Paul. He said a couple things. I want to say this, but we talked about the narration. We talked about telling a new story. Damon did, but Paul talked about putting life at the center of every decision. Did you hear that woven into the three things? And Damon talked about reframing the crisis to this extraordinary time we're living in. And hopefully the whole story in 12 minutes or less did just that for you. Tomorrow we're going to look at 3 more principles. We'll be right back here, same time, same place. Thanks, Ben.
Magnificent. Not an easy job, Dr. Julie Krull, to sum it all up. 12 minutes or less, the whole story. Thank you for taking us on that tour, that landscape of day 1 of the convergence in World Unity Week. It's day 4 of the week, but it's day 1 of the convergence, and just some of those highlights. I mean, we've got Marty K. Casey now is talking in the whole human room, the whole person's room, and doing ungunning the trauma. I mean, it's just incredible what's happening. There's so much extraordinary stuff. Just before we finish today, I want to play a couple of really beautifully made messages. One from the International Academy of Multicultural Cooperation. They are a co-sponsor for World Unity Week, and they have got a beautiful short. These are very, very short, but I'd just love to share this with you. The work that they are doing. Talk about new shoots on the horizon, new reasons for optimism, new groups coming into being. As Paul said, it's going to be groups. And Audrey Kitagawa, as a World Unity Week ambassador, has put together an amazing collection of groups here. And let me just get this set up to share, and I want to show this with you. Okay, optimize for video clip, and we're good to go. Okay, let's check this out. It's short and it's very, very sweet. Have a look.
Living in harmony with the natural world, embracing the great diversity of nations and peoples, and with love in our hearts, we will together build a culture of peace, ever guided by love.
Beautiful. And that is Audrey Kitagawa and the International Academy of Multicultural Cooperation, co-sponsor for World Unity Week. We're very grateful, and not just for their financial support, but for the fact that they exist at all and the work that they're doing around the world. Last one to show you and share with you is from our primary sponsor, Purpose Earth. And I do want to get this message out to everybody that this entire huge thing of World Unity Week is put on for free to the world through the generosity of our primary sponsors and co-sponsors and supporters. And all we ask is that if you're getting value, please consider supporting Purpose Earth. Priya might grab that link and put it in the chat here right now and in the live stream. But just they're at the center of the giving tree. When you go to One World, as Julie said, in the center of the giving tree is an opportunity to support Purpose Earth, and that money that you give, 100% of it goes to other grant recipients around the world. It's an incredible model. It's new, innovative, gift economy, pay it forward, virtuous cycle. We're creating something new together through the generosity of Emmanuel Kunzelman and Laura Rose. And this Purpose Earth video is, again, very, very short, and it features one of our amazing ambassadors, Nazarene Sheikh. But just to look out for the links, and please do give generously to Purpose Earth. We really want to bless them so that they can bless more people with the work that they're doing. So let's just watch this one. Enjoy this.
This is the time for world to come together and connect and embrace.
Because it brought to life the exact intent I had for this project, to upskill people whilst preserving our environment. There's no better joy.
Purpose Earth grant and mentorship programs has helped us to achieve our mission and goals.
And this is the time that we need to let go of all of our barriers and the things that told us to not do, and let go of everything and really participate in oneness, humanity, and really care for each other.
What a beautiful example of doing something and supporting communities and groups around the world. Bill, we'd love to get these out onto the network, onto the Unity work that you're doing, and share the love. Something new is being emerging and is being created through incredible generosity and hard work of Purpose Earth and the team there. So why not make a generous contribution to Purpose Earth today? Thank you, Priya, for putting that in there. And know that 100% of all of those contributions go to future grant recipients. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being with us with these plenaries. We've had from Deepak Chopra to the amazing peace offerings from Mount Fuji, and an incredible conversation with Paul Hawken and Damon Gamo. Wow, what a whole systems, as Julie's just laid out for us there, Gary. The whole story in 12 minutes. It's a lot to take in. We're becoming something we've never been before and always were. And it's a lot of fun. Today's theme was joy in action. And there's still many, many things to go. I'm going across to the Men of World Unity Week, which is happening in the Temple of the Rising Masculine. I'll grab the Zoom link and put it in the chat here before I go. Gary Melkin, you've got an appointment over there too, I think. And we're going to be hosted by an amazing young man called Nick Desvat, who has set up the Temple of the Rising Masculine and has got incredible content. Talk about courageous heart. He's jumped into World Unity Week heart first and has set that up. So I'll put the link. Everybody's welcome. It's not just for men, obviously, but it's a conversation about the Men of World Unity Week, which could be interesting. That I think will be embedded on the website too, if you didn't want to be in the room, but you wanted to watch it. So I'm going to end the live stream and we'll see you over at the Temple of the Rising Feminine. Thank you, Derek Grimm, for all your tireless work too in the backgrounds there, making sure these live streams work and the website